There we go. I'm all up and running. Everything is good. Everything is cushy. So to recap on what happened last time, we were Susato last time, which is very nice. Susato had to go back to Japan due to her dad's health, but for some odd reason, but we saw her dad on the last case, and everything was hunky dory. I feel like. Oh. I'm not game capture? Wanna try that? How's that? There will always be of course there's issues. Oh, it's good. But it looks like that she wanted to learn how to be a lawyer, but in Japan, women can't be lawyers around this time in Japan. But I don't think women can't be lawyers in any place back in Victorian times. I don't particularly know. So she had to dress up as a man and defend her best friend back in Japan. So we've done that case last time. So now we're doing the second case in the second part of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So I hope you guys are just as ready as I am. Also, I do apologize for sniffling. I think I've caught a cold again. Yay. Love it. Absolutely love it. Start playing from the save. Yes. I got my tea. Episode 2. The Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro.
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road. As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved. But no sooner had my friend saved that Eastern Exchange student from his harrowing plight, than in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight did a second bizarre crime rend the stillness of that very night. I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day. Haunted apartment of death. Condemned criminal's curse. The dread demon of coal gas. Yet, though the great detective had at once discerned the truth upon his arrival at the scene.
Sherlock Holmes is going to be here. I know he's called Sherlock Holmes here, but we're just going to call him Sherlock Holmes.
The rising of the curtain on a most tragic play.
Oh, are we back in England? My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a fledgling lawyer, just starting out on my journey. 6 months ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law, having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. Gotcha. And on the way, in quite extraordinary circumstances, I made the acquaintance of a world-famous detective. Sherlock Holmes. Currently, I reside in the attic of the detective's own lodgings, from where I run my legal consultancy of sorts. I've successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Bailey. But since a particularly grueling and unforgettable legal battle 4 months ago now. 4 months? Has it been 4 months? I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I lost my right... Wait, what? You lost your right to return? But that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale. A tale which was now about to awaken from slumber. Thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland. Lovely. I take it somebody is hungry. No, I can't be hungry. I just had lunch. My tea is still really hot. Okay. Is somebody hungry? What a delicious smell wafting up the stairs. It must be nearly time for breakfast. I better go down to Mr. Sholmes's suite and say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate. Ooh. 30th of August, 7:28 a.m. Sholmes's suite. I wonder if Susato will come back into Britain. Oh, Bruno, good! I was just about to call up to you. The bacon's ready. Good morning, Iris. It smells delicious as usual. Before we eat, though, I have some news. I had a surprise this morning. Shh! Not another word, Mr. Naruhodo! Sherlock Holmes! I feel like we're not getting enough of Sherlock Holmes, you know? This could be just the obtrusive thing for my pre-breakfast stagnation-repelling mental stimulation, my dear fellow. Morning to you too, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes. I see. So that's it. What is going on? Why is his face so up close? What is going on? The truth is as clear to me as day. My faculties of observation has revealed it again. That was uncomfortable. What are you talking about? You, Mr. Naruhodo. You have this very morning met with a surprise. Is it you? Well, is that not the case? Oh, he means the letter. Really, my dear fellow, it barely warrants explanation. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkempt, somewhat reminiscent of a bird's nest. Secondly, you have neglected to fasten the third button of your jacket. Clearly, when considered together, these two facts point to you having been flustered this morning. Can I talk now? But of course, though I don't look for admiration, you understand. My hair always looks like this. It's been this way since I first met you. Oh, it has. You're so observant, Sherlock Holmes. How did you get a job as a detective? And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember. By you. Wait, what? Wait, what? Am I missing something here? Am I missing something? Is Runescape and Sherlock have a thing? Do they have a thing? Oh, Hurley pulled your button off? Yeah, what is going on? What is going on? Why did Hurley... Wait. What happened last night? Did something happen? Ah, yes, I recall the incident now. It was after supper, was it not? This is just getting... As the evening advanced, I picked up my violin and began to play the wailing notes of a haunting tune. But then, to my utter dismay, the third string snapped. Why did it have to happen? Why? Violin strings do snap, don't they? Yeah, they snap. That's why you get new ones. Little wonder then that in my vexation, I grabbed the first button I saw and ripped it from its proper place. Well, I'd like it back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket. Aww. I was kind of hoping something happened between them. No, never mind. And it's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is, somewhere thereabouts on the floor, one presumes. Helpful. Oh, am I looking for my button now? Is this the first step to my investigation? What matters at the present time, my dear fellow, is simply whether or not my deduction was unerring. But Hurley, Luna said it when he came in, didn't he? I had a surprise this morning. Yes. Well, that really is a surprise. Okay. Yes, this man is the pride of the British Empire, the famous consulting detective Mr. Sherlock Holmes. We're doomed. No. I really do love Sherlock Holmes. This Sherlock Holmes is amazing. He always makes me smile. There can't be a single person in the world who doesn't know his name. Well, you didn't know his name when you first met him. All right then, enough of this silly conversation. Come and eat this bacon before it gets cold. I love bacon. I love bacon. Does it have eggs and beans and fried bread and mushrooms and tomatoes? Both normal and grilled is perfectly fine. Or fried. Oh, some black pudding, some hash browns, some sausages. You gotta have sausages. But how to have the eggs? Is it scrambled? Is it poached? I started to really love poached eggs. You gotta have poached eggs. Or is it just bacon and it looks like a very sad bacon? And I have new herbal tea for you to try too. My latest special blend. Blend! My latest special blend. Okie dokie. And here we have Iris Wilson, Mr. Holmes's lodger and companion. A truly exceptional young girl who is the author of a highly successful serialization here in London. Yes, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, as published in Rant's magazine. So, Mr. Naruhodo, won't you put us out of our misery? What surprised you this fine morning? Ah, well, I received a letter from Japan. Oh, from Susie, you mean? Was it really? That's right, and she has some rather startling news, in fact. Ah, intriguing indeed. You must tell us all about it over breakfast. Oh yes, what fun! Such fun, such fun. I suppose I'm having a conversation with everyone. Mr. Sutter's letter. This is the letter that arrived from Japan this morning by international post. Oh, I should probably look for my button too. Because it's very important, of course. Oh, how lovely! Look at Susie's beautiful writing. I wish I could read it. And how is your judicial assistant faring, may I ask? She's very well, thank you. In fact, according to what she's written, she actually appeared as a lawyer at the Japanese Supreme Court and won the case. Yes, that was the case that we did last time. Go, Sasato. Huh, really? Oh, isn't she wonderful? A cut above your good self, my dear fellow. I've won cases too, you know. Apparently Mr. Natsume appeared in the trial as a witness. Mr. Natsume. Natsume. No, I don't recall that name. Mr. Natsume. Fuck, I'll try to remember. Of course you do. We helped the man. Twice. Now I've forgotten. You know, in those 2 cases that took place on Briar Road 6 months ago. Oh, him! The Japanese student that loves to read and always have a nervous breakdown. Him! Oh, poor dude. Ah, the mustache twitchy man with the somewhat feline eyes and a mustache. He's like... You didn't have 2 mustaches, Hurley. That's what I was thinking. It's like you said mustache twice. Yes, who could forget those 2 cases? You just did. They made a very deep impression on me. Of course. Mr. Holmes. Sherlock Holmes made a very deep impression on you. It's not for the fact that you just forgotten. Although I must confess the details are a little hazy now. A very deep impression they made on you, clearly. I wonder if Susato said, you know the gentlewoman from the very first case, that she died. She was the one who was murdered. I wonder if Susato ever said that in her letter to Ryunosuke. Can I do some examining? Button on the floor. I just assume I have to investigate to find my button on the floor. Oh, that's a nice fire. I do love a good fire. Iris says there was bacon. I see no bacon. I have been lied. Okay, well, I see no button, so clearly I didn't need to do that. Converse! Converse! I need to turn to the startling news. So, what was this startling news penned by Mr. Sato? Do you remember the case of the haunted lodgings, Mr. Sholmes? Yes. Yes, I do. The one that the Japanese student lived in. Yes, it's very interesting, you know. I don't feel entirely certain that a case of that nature did not occur. He's totally forgotten that. Anyway, in her letter, Mr. Sato asked that we read over her case notes again and investigate further. Though it took place half a year ago, for what purpose? Because of something that Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently. Oh, I forgot what he said to her. What did he say to her? He suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly might have something to do with that case of the haunted lodgings. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, I have this. Me and Holmes said the same thing. Oh. On Mr. Natsume's return to Japan, Mr. Sato's father questioned him about the case, she says. And something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Professor Mikotoba, prompting him to send that telegram. Oh, that case! Yes! It was very strange, wasn't it? A little bit. I mean, I suppose. A woman got stabbed on the back on the street. Back in Victorian times, and I hate to say this, I presume that was normal. Yes. And I had compiled the whole story into a nice neat manuscript ready for publication too. Hounds of the Baskervilles? But then Hurley was all funny about it, remember? He was very mean. The Hounds of the Baskervilles. That story must not be published, you said. Very mysteriously as well. Really? I said that? Are you sure? Do you perhaps know something about it as well, Mr. Sholmes? About why Mr. Sato was suddenly told 4 months ago that she had to return to Japan? Well, she told us that her father was ill, but we saw her father in the last case. Her father was right as rain. You know, he was up and about, he was jolly, he was helping Sato, you know, having to dress up as a boy and help her with her lawyering skills and things like that. He was a jolly old bloke. So, it was very sudden, I will admit. Mr. Sato's repatriation. Okay. It's been 4 months now since we waved Susie off at Dover. It was such a shock, wasn't it? The way she just suddenly announced that she had to go back to Japan. Indeed it was, due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe. Oh, if I remember correctly, before she went on the boat, she stopped at the hospital to talk to Mr. Sholmes. Due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe. That's right, telling her to return urgently. Yes, because her father had passed away. No, he didn't pass away, he was ill. No, it just said he was suffering from a high fever, the cause of which was unknown. He's not dead. But according to this letter, that news about her father's fever was just a ruse. A ruse? Interesting. This is getting more and more interesting. So Susie's daddy lied to her so that she'll make the voyage back home? I don't think he was the one who lied to her. Why would he do that? I have to admit, I have absolutely no idea. But she believes it's almost certainly relatable to the case of the haunted lodgings. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would lie that he was sick. Something got back to Japan so suddenly like that. I wonder what Mr. Sato's father is hiding. So we think that he's hiding something. Honey, do you know what it's all about? Oh, he's back in his outfit! He's ready. Well, who could say? What? But you said... Please, I have engagements, my dear fellow. My calendar is quite surprisingly full today. And a stringent analysis of the matter would be excessive, I feel, even if I were quite at leisure. So, man the fault in my absence, won't you, Iris? I will, honey. Don't worry. See you later. Off he goes. He scuttled off rather quickly there. I think perhaps Professor Mikotoba isn't the only person hiding something here. Soseki-san was involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published. The Haunting Lodgings, by, of all people, Mr. Sholmes. Aha! I found them at last! Iris! Are they... Ooh, I want to see! The notes about the case? That's right. Susie and I compiled them together. Nice. The case of the haunted lodgings. Do you want to read them, Muno? Yes. Whoa. Okay. My mic is... Okay. Absolutely. Thank you, Iris. I have no idea what secrets could still be hiding in the shadows of this case. But perhaps if I read over the notes again, something might come to light. That's the spirit. And so, Iris and I decided to read over the case notes again together. Everything from what happened to our investigation and that fierce battle in court that followed. Reliving every detail. I just need to find a clue, and I have all the time in the world. Because, of course, I'm no longer allowed to practice law in the courts of Great Britain. Yeah, why is that? Everything's all quiet and tense. It was 6 months ago, a mysterious incident that unfolded on the wintry streets of London. This is the case. I think this was case 4. A young woman was found lying on the snowy pavement of Briar Road with a knife in her back. Fortunately, her life was spared, but she was unconscious for several days following the incident. The fog was thick and nobody saw her attack her, but by a cruel twist of fate, a visiting Japanese student was walking behind her at the time and was duly arrested. This is all coming back to me now. That man was Soseki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Sholmes. Believing in our compatriot's innocence, Sasato-san and I decided to represent Soseki-san in court. And after a grueling trial of many twists and turns, we finally managed to prove his innocence. Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation! Yeah, he was super happy. He was super happy. Good old Soseki was the man's reaction after the trial, but his jubilant jubilation was short-lived. We received a telegram from Mr. Sholmes the following morning. The victim of the Briarwood stabbing has regained consciousness. Hurry to Bart's at once. Oh, wait, what? So, we get to talk to her? So Sato-san and I summoned a hansom and headed immediately to the hospital. Do we get to talk to the victim? Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Oh my god, we get to talk to the victim. Oh my god, there's a rat! There's a rat! Oh my god, it's so cute! There's a rat. 21st of February, 5:30 a.m. St. Bartholomew's Hospital Recovery Ward. There you are at last! Good morning, Mr. Sholmes. I think not. Oh! So this is back 6 months ago. You're late. What on earth took you so long? Your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Sholmes, and it's a 20-minute ride to the hospital. That's right, it is 5:30 now. I think we made very good time. The time is utterly irrelevant. Words. The time is utterly irrelevant. The fact is, I have been waiting for what has felt like an eternity. In point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram boy. A feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been roused at such an hour. I sent one to you. Well, thanks for that. Anyway, you're here now, sir. The victim is over there. She's only just regained consciousness. Oh, there she is. Oh, bless her heart. You should introduce yourself, and I shall observe from here. So that's the lady who was found on the snow-covered pavement with a knife on in her back. Poor thing. Her name is... Oh, yes, here we are. Miss Green. She wears a lot of green. It's a rat! Eek! A mouse, Mr. Naruhodo! An enormous mouse! I bet they're so cute! Vermin in a hospital? That doesn't seem the best. But it looks like a very healthy specimen, doesn't it? It's very plump. I'm not sure we can say that's down to the excellence of this facility, if that's what you were thinking. I feel like that would be something I would say. It might be her pet. Good morning. Oh, hi. Oh, bless her heart. Hello. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Oh no, was it your knife that... Are you the man who... No. I'm a lawyer. And I'm Sasato Mikotoba. Pleased to meet you. Oh no, was it your knife then? Are you the one? Or I forgot whose knife it was. Whose knife was it? Oh, I remember now. It was the maid. It was the maid. Or the landlord's wife. I remember now. No. I assure you. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. We heard that you'd regained consciousness and wanted to come to give you our best wishes. Best wishes? For me? Thank you. I'm Olive Green. I'm an artist. Oh, no, that's not right, is it? What I mean is, I'm trying to be an artist. Well, what I really mean is I desperately want to be an artist. But the truth is, I don't have any talent. I know I don't. It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back. Oh, bless her. I don't think that's related, actually. Gosh, this young woman seems to bend over backwards to put herself down. I feel that. I feel that myself. Seeing as we're here, we should ask her about what happened from her perspective, I suppose. We could do that. About the incident. To suddenly be struck in the back by a blade as you were walking along the pavement. What a terrible experience you had, Miss Green. It was so cold that day, and the fog was so thick, I couldn't see a thing. That was 4 days ago now, I think. 4 days ago, got it. Is that right? Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose all that time. But the case has been solved, hasn't it? While I've been here in hospital, I mean. Indeed it has, my dear madame. Spectacularly, by none other than I, Sherlock Holmes. Mr. Holmes, as you well know, it was Mr. Naruhodo's hard work in court that solved the case. Are you yet to hear what happened, Miss Green? Yes, I'm afraid so. A gentleman from the police force is supposed to be coming to fill me in shortly. Oh, I see. Oh dear. Me coming round seems to have made everyone frantically busy. I'm so sorry. I should never have regained consciousness. It was selfish of me. Oh, this girl has very much a low self-esteem. Oh, bless her heart. I want to give her a hug. Oh, no. We're all so relieved that you're on the mend, Miss Green. Really, we are. With that kind of attitude, maybe her surname should be Blue, not Green. Really, real nice guy. There is no need to get sassy right now. Tell us about yourself. You said you want to be an artist. So you're an artist, are you, Miss Green? Oh, no. Oh, I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. I mean, I'm a student of art, really, at the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts. Okay. Oh my, an Academy of Fine Arts. Great Britain is such a wonderful country. Tell me, Miss Green, do you live hereabouts? Oh no, actually, I don't deserve it, but I have a little flat on Brixton Road. I see. How very interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh no, is it? Is it? Is it? Brixton is some 10 shops away on the underground from here. Okay. And Thorndike Academy is a mere 3-minute walk from Brixton Town Centre. Does that matter, Mr. Holmes? Does that matter? Perhaps not, but Briar Road is a far less salubrious part of town by comparison, dwelt in by those of inferior means, including the maleficent Mr. Moustache. Inferior means, I suppose Seki-san does fit the bill. It struck me as somewhat out of the ordinary for a young fine arts student to be walking in such a district. That's all. How are you feeling? What's this? She suddenly calmed up. Mr. Sholmes, you should be ashamed of yourself for prying into a young maiden's private affairs. Oh, dear me, do forgive me. If you don't mind. I'm being discharged shortly, so I need to pack up my things. Oh yes, of course, we won't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green. Oh, she's holding a secret. That must be a bag of Miss Green's personal belongings. She would have been brought directly here after she was found stabbed on the pavement, though. I expect a friend or family member probably brought some things for her. Alright then, let's see what's inside. A change of clothes, no doubt, and... No, Mr. Naruhodo, you must never scrutinize a young maiden's personal belongings. Ah!
Reality just resubbed for 8 months. Woot, how's it going?
Shao! Hello, lovely! Welcome back! Oh, how's it going? I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you ever so much for subscribing, lovely. Subscribing with tier 1, I much appreciate it. You've subscribed for 8 months in a row now. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. Here, let me give you a shout out as well. I am doing good. I was in France last week. That's why I didn't stream. And now I have a cold. But I am doing good. How are things with you? How is New Year going so far? You were playing Fortnite. How is Fortnite going? We are just playing some Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Yes, Con Blue specifically. My boyfriend and his parents skis, and I just tagged along. I don't ski myself. It looks very, very scary, but it was really, really lovely. But now how are things with you, lovely? That sounds awesome. It's so pretty. I love the mountains. And the snow is so powdery. I'm sick too. No. Oh, I do hope you get better. I do hope you get better, lovely. Do rest up. Ugh. I don't know where this cold came from. It might be from the fonts. God damn it. I already had a cold this month. I don't want another one. But yes, we are back on Great Ace Attorney Chronicles because I actually really want to finish this game. Particularly for the fact that I have started The Witcher, so if I finish the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles games, then I can fully focus on The Witcher 3. Also, the update of Disney Dreamlight Valley should come very, very soon. I heard rumors it might be tomorrow, but it could be somewhere. It could be something in February. It might not be tomorrow now that I think about it. I'll keep an eye on it though. I had a sinus infection earlier this month and I'm sick again with it. No, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, do have some tea and have plenty of water, lovely. Hope you got some like cough medicines and things like that. Ugh, that sounds awful. Love. Daydream Alive! Hello! Thank you ever so much for the raid. I very much appreciate it, lovely. Welcome. And hello to the raiders. Thank you ever so much. Here, lovely. Let me give you a shout out and also give you a special shout out as well. Oh, I need to give you a special shout out, Shao.
Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, God.
Shell's Reality, thank you so much. Oh, you were playing Pokemon. How is that going? Hello. Oh, there's so many people. Welcome, Grey Ranger, iFrog, and Hema. Hello, lovely. Welcome. Let me give you guys a special shout out. There's one. I'll give you one later. Daydreamer, how was your stream? How was Pokemon? And hello raiders. Welcome to the stream. My name is Lily Tiger. I am a variety streamer. I stream Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I stream Witcher. I stream Disney Dreamlight Valley. I stream Sims 1. I stream Coral Island, although I haven't streamed Coral Island for a good long while. And there are so many more games that I would love to stream. So yes, welcome. It's been a while. It has been a while. It's been a while. How are you, Hema? It was a lot of fun. Just all the things are getting done. Also, like grinding. I do love a good grind. I do love grinding games. I don't know why. It's just something doing like trivial chores that just makes it so like chilling and so calming. Pokemon is alive. There, I said it. Fair enough. I do love a Pokemon. Which reminds me, I really need to finish Pokemon Scarlet. I didn't get around to finishing Pokemon Scarlet. Working on the living deck, so very trivial. Oh, like collecting Pokemons. I do love that. There There's Arceus, isn't there? That where you have to do research for different Pokemons. I really like that mechanic. But that's a really nice mechanic. You might be forgiven, lol. Fair enough, fair enough. I remember I did complete Let's Go Eevee, and I really want to try out some more Pokemon games, definitely. Daydreamer has 2 cats? Really? Oh, what type of cats? I love cats. Unfortunately, the cats that I had are at my parents', but I really want me and my boyfriend to get a cat ourselves. Oh my god, the cat emotes are so cute! So very cute. Do 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 do. Yeah, we all love cats here. Don't worry. Oh, excuse me. Do 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 do. Oh god. Sorry, I think someone's knocking. Sorry about that. I thought someone was knocking on the door, but false alarm. Those emotes are from pics of her cat. So cute. I only got like animated emotes of the cat Finton, who used to be around a lot, but she's at my parents' place. Yeah, that one. Card draw to save my life, but I can work the lasso selection tool like a boss. That is fair. That is fair. I used to do drawing, but I have no confidence to do it myself, so I just commissioned someone to do the emotes for me. If you're looking for like someone to draw your emotes, Daydreamer, there is a credits under my panels, and their links of their names takes you to their, and the links of their names that takes you to their portfolio. So if you want to check them out. Secret artist skills. So I think we all have some sort of secret artist skills. I think everyone could do a little bit of art. Everything is art, right? Oh my god. Stacking things is kind of art. I think so. Yeah, you're still seeing things. You're still shaping them, definitely. Oh my god, those are so cute. So cute. But the young maiden might have chocolates or biscuits or... Oh right, we wanted to look into a woman's bag. Okay. What else do I need to do? Yes, we're figuring out to this is to recap of what happened. Okay, so in case 4, there was a murder, not a murder. Somebody stabbed this woman on the back, and we are going back to when she regained consciousness to talk to her. Oh, speaking of art, this girl is an artist. She's in fine arts, but she has low self-esteem. I guess we look at this picture. Look, there's a photograph in this frame here. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god, is one of them a dog? The dog with the hearts? That emote is so cute. I love it. Sorry, when I move the VTuber moves. Okay, there you go. Oh yes, it's a picture of a young gentleman. Wait a second. Doesn't he look familiar? He looks a bit like the policeman. Like a rock. Like a rock. The doggo? Is that his name? Love the name. He looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say. Perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think? Lycan rock? Am I saying it right? Lisan rock. Or is that an I? I'm gonna assume that's Lycan rock. I can rock. My Mr. Naruhodo, I didn't know you had a sense for matters of the heart. Not in the least. I sincerely said the first thing I thought of. I mean, fair enough. But I say that boy does look exceedingly familiar. Oh, Jesus. I hate these policemen so much. Is there a Mr. Naruhodo here? Mr. Naruhodo. Naruhodo now? Oh, dear. Lycan rock. Or is it Leakin rock? Leakin rock. Like Lee from Rayman 2. Well, if you're looking for Naruhodo, the lawyer, that's me, but... Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, good. This is for you. It's a message from a Mr. Saucy Nutsmeg. I don't know why that's so funny. Oh, Lycan rock. Okay. Sorry, I am terrible with names. Mr. Natsume? Sent a message to me? Only have a single Pokemon emote. Yeah, but you have the best Pokemon. Clearly. So it covers all Pokemon emotes. Mm-hmm. But why would the policeman be delivering a message from Mr. Natsume? Oh god, I can't keep up. 1008 Pokemon? Yeah, but you still have the best Pokemon. I would show you, but I don't have a webcam. Well, I do, but it's tracking my movement for the VTuber. I have a giant Psyduck plushie because I really love Psyduck, and my boyfriend has Arcanine, the 400-pound one. Yeah, we bought them from the Pokemon Center from London. We love them to bits. Exactly. What's going on? What's a Scotland Yard constable doing playing delivery boy at this time in the morning? Interesting. What are you waiting for? Let me see that. Okay, Holmes. Holmes is getting crankier by the case. Well, this is most unexpected. Is something wrong, Mr. Holmes? Is something wrong, Mr. Holmes? He says. Have you not seen this note? No, how could I have? You just snatch it from me. It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case calls. A case of murder, no less. We must depart at once. Fuck. Thank you ever so much for the follow. I much appreciate it. Don't worry, this isn't the only game I stream. I stream many others. I'm waiting for the new update of Disney Dreamlight Valley. So hopefully I'll be streaming that next. And Daydream Alive, thank you so much for the follow. Hang on. Where are you? Yeah. There. I give you a follow. Oh god, how do I get it out? There we go. Hey, thank you so much for the follows, guys. I much appreciate it, lovelies. A case of murder! 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 Murder? Call a cab. Time is of the essence. I am going to head out now. It is super late and I'm sleepy. Enjoy the game. Oh, Daydreamer. Again, thank you ever so much for the raid, lovely. I much appreciate it, lovely. Do take care and I hope to see you soon. Thank you ever so much for the follow and the raid. Do enjoy your sleeps, lovely. Sorry, I missed your message because that was a lot. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for Dreamlight Valley to go free to play. They said early 2023. Yes. Yes. I forgot when though. Hang on. It says so. Disney Dreamlight Valley. I know they set out a picture. I just can't remember. News. Ah, there we go. Early 2023 content. So they've brought out a roadmap. They said early 2023. I just don't know when. Can I? Oh, it doesn't say. Yeah, hopefully it will come on. I really want other people to play Disney Dreamlight Valley. So I'm hoping it'll be free to play soon. Sorry, I got my psycho mode on. What else is there? What else is there? Because obviously the update is going to be so good. The update that is coming pretty soon would be Mirabelle. At first I thought it would be Belle, but no, it's Mirabelle from Encanto and Olaf, which is I don't know how to feel. Because I really dislike Olaf. I find him annoying. But hey, it says it's a secret. I think it might have something to do with the orb quest. I'm hoping there's more of the orb quest. Because the last orb quest we had was with Scar. The one on Sunlit Plateau. And that was it. So it might be something to do with the orb. So Olaf might have something to do with the orb in Frozen Heights, which makes it pretty nice. Hema is in God tier of giving raid suggestions. You suggested them to raid me. Thank you so much. A Daydreamer plays Disney Dreamlight Valley too. I just followed them. I shall keep an eye out. Definitely. But do you know what I'm so excited about? On the late 2023, there's going to be multiplayer. It's going to be multiplayer, which I'm so excited because I am really want my boyfriend to play it. I think he would like it. I hope they add Gaston. He is the perfect villain to dislike. Such a horrible person, but so good. Another one I think of is fuck, I've forgotten his name. Froyo from Hunchback of Notre Dame. He's a guy you could really hate. I know my Pokemon list is long. I think everyone's Pokemon's list is long. If there is like 1,008 Pokemon, but I am old school. I love the first gen Pokemon. I'm too old. I just like to be with the first gen. Psyduck all the way. There was another one I really like. Jigglypuff. Yes, Jigglypuff. But the trouble is, we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit in his lodgings once we did. That would be entirely convenient. Convenient? What do you mean? Has something happened? Claude Folio, that was it. Oh, he would be terrible in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Who else do I want? I want someone. Look, I've been having trouble finding flowers. I really want someone to own like a flower store, if that makes sense. Somebody has got to own a flower store. Someone. Because I'm having a hard time finding flowers. I don't know why. Well, not a hard time finding flowers, but finding the quantity of flowers, if that makes sense. Because they take a long time to respawn. Like, we have a seed store from Goofy. We have a material store from Kristoff. We have the garden from Wally. We have the fish from Moana. We need someone to help us with the flowers. We have Mother Gothel. I don't understand why she can't own a flower store. Froyo has the best villain song. I love the villain song. The villain song is so good. I want Mulan. Mulan would be great. But I don't think Mulan would come anytime soon. Simba is going to come after Mirabelle. I don't know after that. Oh, wait. After Simba update, there will be the third update will be a princess, but they didn't say which princess, so. And it has a pumpkin. I think it would be Cinderella. What do you guys think? I don't know. You think it might be Belle? Kind of an Anastasia, but that's not Disney. Sad. That would be cool, though. Although, I think people reckon that someone from Treasure Island is going to come on Disney Dreamlight Valley as well. Belle will be soon. Oh, you think it'd be Belle? Oh, that would be cool. I did look at the Wikipedia page of Disney Dreamlight Valley, and Belle is in the list. Well, she was on the list. I don't know if she is now. But I thought, see, I knew Belle is going to come soon. But I just assumed I was getting confused between Belle and Mirabelle. So It's all here in the note, my dear fellows. The murder we must investigate. To a place at Mr. Mustache's lodgings. Let's go! Wait, what? Oh, hell, what does that word say? All hell a fiaca at once. Oh, then maybe she might come. Who knows? No shot. What do you mean, no shot? Oh, there'll never be a new realm. As well, but I get the feeling it might be the Lion King realm, which would be really cool. It was only yesterday that Soseki-san was in court and we were dispelling doubts about his innocence. And now, the very next day, there's a murder at the man's own address. He may very well be the unluckiest man alive. No shit! Also, it seemed to us at the time, but we were soon to discover it was worse than we thought. Soseki, what have you done? 21st of February, 7:18 a.m. Mr. Natsume's lodgings, ground floor. Oh shit, it's Shakespeare! Somebody killed Shakespeare! No, fuck, I spit in my mic. What on earth? Oh my, the gentleman is deceased without question. He's dead. Locum student, Mr. Navahoto Esquire, Mr. Natsume. Oh, why? Why is this happening? Why to me? I've only just got out of court. Yesterday, I was finally home after 2 days of misery. You are the unluckiest man alive, good sir. God damn. And then I wake up the next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Word for worm without wiggle. I see you're in high spirits again this morning, Mr. Mustache. Not the horrible Sherlock Holmes. Shoo, shove off. Show yourself the door. I never invited you. You invited... Mr. Holmes came here with us. I'm quite sure he'll be able to help you, Mr. Natsume. I mean, last time he helped, he put the dude in jail, so I am entirely at your disposal, Mr. Mustache. What can I do for you? Gah! Oh no, not you. Here they are already, the busybodies. We hate Grace Gregson. Gregson annoys me. Ah, Inspector Gregson. What a pleasant surprise. What about Princess Leia? Oh, that would be so cool. Technically, Star Wars is owned by Disney now. I think I watched a TikTok of princesses, of Princess Leia walked in on a room full of princesses and they try to get to know her. And then the enemy come and she just shoots the enemy and the princess is like, what? It's so funny. Pleasant, is it? Gives me heartburn every time I see your face at the crime scene, Holmes. Ha! I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food. Good morning, Inspector. Hey, Inspector. This is a crime scene. Don't you go touching anything. Oh, good morning to you too, sunshine. Okay, so... we see a dead body. Oi, I said hands off. You're gonna mess up my crime scene. Oh, no. I just wanted to look, that's all. No, Chaz, I know you're kind. You'll mess it up just by looking at it. Rude? Ugh, someone's in a bad mood. How is he in a bad mood? He has fish and chips. There's certainly some bad air in here, isn't there? Yup. He's your friend, isn't he, Holmes? Why don't you fucking sort him out? Alright, it sounds like I'd better talk to the inspector first and try to curry some flavor. Curry some favor. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, well, let's talk to him. I don't wanna... So, Inspector, what was the victim's name? Who was he? But that's William Shakespeare. We met him before. Mr. William Shamspeare. The fuck? He was a lodger here. I don't remember his name being Shamspeare. Who came up with these? We're calling him William Shakespeare. It is stupid. How can you copyright William Shakespeare? As you can probably tell, he was an actor. A bit of a dead loss as it happens, or just dead. Mr. Shakespeare. This is going to ruin me. It was the landlord, old Mr. Garadeb, and the other lodger, Mr. Natsume, who found him. Okay, so Mr. Garadeb, he was involved in case 4 as well. His maid was also his wife. She was the one who happened to throw the knife out the door and hit that girl in the green in the back outside. In the middle of their fight. So, yeah, she is currently in custody, and Mr. Garadeb is the landlord of this beautiful building with peeled wallpapers and cobwebs. Beautiful, beautiful. The fella didn't rise at his usual hour, so Garadeb got worried and kicked the door down. But doesn't Mr. Garadeb have a bad leg? Ah, yeah, you're right there. It was that jittery Japanese hunchback over there who actually did the kicking. Really? Saseki-san? You did the kicking? Yeah, Saseki-san. The victim was pretty hard up, it seems. Even done some time inside for petty crimes. He had no money, no place to go, and no friends. His only acquaintances were the people in his house. Oh, that's really sad. Miserable life and a miserable end to it. And he looked so jolly when we first met him. So what exactly is Mr. Natsume still doing here? He's not involved in the investigation, so shouldn't you have sent him away from the crime scene? Don't tell me you made him a suspect. Well, I'm not saying it's because the fella looks odd or anything, or that he acts suspicious. But I thought it would be prudent to take a statement from the cohabiter. He wants a reason to arrest him, doesn't he? This is why I hate Gregson. You nearly said culprit there, didn't you, asshole? Oh dear. Mr. Natsume appears to be under suspicion again. Why? He didn't do anything. He wasn't in the same room. It certainly seems that way. He does just come across as such an odd fellow, doesn't he? Poor man. How unfortunate. Anyway, I can't say much until the coroner gets here. But I don't think the fella's been a goner that long. The body's still warm. Even if the inspector would allow it, I don't think I could bring myself to touch a dead body. So I'm not touching the body? I suppose I'm talking to you? Oh, it's just... Okay. Anything else, or do I just talk to the dude? Alright, what do you got to say? What a terrible thing to have happened. It's only been 3 days since I was arrested for the incident on the pavement outside. And then, having finally regained my freedom, it starts happening all over again. Endless existence of excruciating experiences. So the victim lived here on the ground floor, and your room is just 1 story up, isn't it? Yes, that's right. In a way, we were neighbours, I suppose. So did you know the victim? Were you friends? Were you friends? Why is that pause? Why did the music stop? Soseki! What are you hiding? Soseki! Why are you hiding? Okay, he's shaking. He's shaking. What's the matter with Soseki-san now? Maybe he does know him. It was an innocent enough question, wasn't it? Why does he seem so shaken by it? I don't know. Well, yeah, I suppose he wasn't a complete stranger. Suspicious. Suspicious, my dear fellow. But did he ever invite me to his room? Never! Okay, so he feels... I get a feeling he feels hurt. On my honor, I swear it! Okay. What an extreme reaction. You're probably wishing you never asked now, aren't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Just... I'm curious now. When we found him here, I felt wretched, which is why I sent word asking you to come. Through that inspector over there! What is he doing? I love it when Sherlock just randomly pops up. Oh, what, Sherlock? What are you doing? Mr. Holmes, what are you doing? He's posing. He's posing. Ha! You need only observe to know it, my dear fellow. Investigating naturally. There's nothing natural about what are you doing? It's like John Cleese from Monty Python. And then the silly walks. The silly walks sketch. Mr. Holmes, have you made some miraculous discovery? Patience, my dear madame, patience. We've not been here in this room 5 minutes. So far, all I've managed to deduce is what actually happened. My goodness! But isn't that everything we need to know, Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes? Whatever your name is, I'm calling you Mr. Holmes. Now that you propose the idea, I believe one could indeed see it that way. At the present time, I have managed to draw 2 incontrovertible conclusions. The first, that there was a physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life. Is this a deduction war? Is this a deduction war? I'm all for a deduction war. Excuse me. Mr. Natsume, what's wrong? Is something that Mr. Holmes said significant somehow? No, don't mind me. Forget I was here. Okay. He's playing it cool. I respect that. And my second conclusion, he's holding a fork, so I presume he ate something. Like a cake? Is that there was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips. See, I just saw a fork. He must have eaten a cake. Do you think the cake contains poison? No, nonsense! Alright, Mr. Natsume, why are you reacting so extremely to Mr. Holmes's deductions? No, please, pretend I'm not here. The thing is with Soseki, right, is that he comes across as guilty, but he's really not. He's just a really anxious dude. And I know he's not guilty because we saw him later. Because we saw him in the last case, case 1, when Susato was in Japan. And this happened before that time. So, Why does he have to jump at everything anyone says? Invisible, ineffable, inscrutable, insignificant. Okay. Impossible to ignore. You must tell us everything, Mr. Holmes. Spare no detail. But of course. Let the theatrical tragedy before us be unraveled by my great deductions, presented for your pleasure in 2 acts. I can't wait. This is probably the best mechanic from the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. This mechanic is not the Phoenix Wright one, as far as I remember, but in this one, I absolutely love it. So what Sherlock Holmes is going to do is going to deduce what he observed in the crime scene, and then you deduce Sherlock Holmes's deductions to figure out what he said was wrong. I really like that. We've heard some truly astounding great deductions from Mr. Holmes in the past. No doubt this will be no exception. What miracles will unfold before our eyes this time? I don't know, but I genuinely can't wait. So, my dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Sherlock Holmes's Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. My arm is really itchy. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The great deduction! The game is afoot! Let's go! Topic 1. Cause of death. Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in his disconsolate room last night. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Ooh, why are you looking so fidgety there, Saseki? What is going on? What is happening? Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, it looks like butter, but I presume there's cake. Yes, kids. Wait, what? 1/2 of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Wait, what? Why is there soap on the plate? What? Was he eating soap? I'm so confused. You want to make it clear. British people do not eat soap. What is going on? Why is this soap said so purposefully upon the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact. Yes. No. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. We don't eat soap! What is going on? Why does Sherlock Holmes, a smart man, thinks that this man would eat soap? I'm pretty sure soap contains chemicals that would kill you, wouldn't it? Jesus Christ. You don't need to lace poison in soap and eat it in order to kill you. Or at least make you ill. Don't know why you always look so shifty. It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Yeah, he was eating soap, according to you. Taking up arms in the form of his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. Okay. But London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. They don't look like soap to me, it looks like cheese. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. It looks like cheese. The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth was too perfectly matched to ignore. Oh wait, I wonder if he was force-fed soap. Maybe. Have you heard of this saying, if clean the mouth with soap if you say something like really rude? Like, if you swear a word, Like if you said a swear word, they would say the saying, I should wash your mouth out with soap. Maybe William Shakespeare said something to someone and it causes that someone to force-fed him soap. That would be awful. What an awful way to go. And he is an actor. No wait, William Shakespeare was a theatre writer. He wrote like lots of theatres. I don't know. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap. Though personally, I have a greater interest in the taste of foul counterwax, of course. Okay. That's the thing with Sherlock Holmes. I don't know what to say to his statements. Oh, I did see something really upsetting. I saw like a picture of a cake and it turned out to be a candle. Like, would you want a delicious looking candle? I wouldn't. I would end up eating it. Poisoning from soap ingestion. That could be possible if someone else was there force feeding it to him. Suicide or murder? The cause of death identified. We proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Oh wait, I forgot. This is... we still got the other act to go. Was it suicide or murder? Stop looking so shifty. We're trying to defend you, dude. The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man dine and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. Ooh, I wonder if Soseki dined with him. To draw a conclusion on such a meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. The careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. Oh, what is God? Ooh, didn't notice that. Indeed, what reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked. Yeah, because Soseki kicked it open under Mr. Garadeb's orders. We've established this. Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked. And the soul key was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone. Alone with his inferior soap, from whence wafted an inferior scent. And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. We could take comfort only in the fact that his soul was well cleansed on its way to the hereafter. I'm not laughing. I'm sorry. That is such an insensitive comment, but that's hilarious. At least his soul was well cleansed after he killed himself by eating soap. Thank you, Sherlock Holmes. Thank you for telling. Thank you for comforting us that way. No possible perpetrator present. Thus concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes's greatest deduction. I love how speechless everyone is in his deductions. There's just one thing, Mr. Holmes. You are disposed to identifying just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Noholder? Pray, what concerns you? Is it my turn to deduce? Well, no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap? No. It is quite apparent that this man had barely a penny to his name. It is a curious thing, but one is so destitute, soap can suddenly appear quite irresistibly appetizing. When you first saw that, would you think that's soap? Would you think that would be that soap? I thought it was cheese. And as a cheese lover, I would happily just eat a block of cheese. How extraordinary! In truth, I have tried a little soap myself in the past. You mean when you were a child? You've eaten it, you mean? My dear fellow, it was some time ago now. My postulation was that it would cleanse my gut. Random question for you all. When you were a child, like, I don't know, 4 or 5, did you have that urge to just drink dirty, soapy water from the bath? Like, in the bath that you were in? Or was it just me when I was 5? And did it? It was disgusting. As I writhed in agony on the floor and spilt the contents of my stomach, yes, I believe it did. The experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. Yes, it is. It makes you sick. As I said, it makes you sick. Soap is very poisonous. It has an unpleasant taste and leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it. No good. Believe me, I wouldn't eat it even if you did. There's something that troubles me as well, actually. Oh, what's that? It's Mr. Natsume. Yeah, he looked shifty throughout that deduction. I couldn't help noticing him shuddering and quivering out of the corner of my eye. Almost as if Mr. Holmes's deductions touched a nerve somehow. Nonsense. Oh, he lost his... Oh dear. Well, that clenched teeth episode didn't last. I think, judging by Mr. Natsume's reaction, the great detective's deductions may need some gentle corrections in order to reach the actual truth. Exactly, Sasato. Let's go! Yes, Mr. Holmes's observations and deductions are sometimes a little too sharp. Right, the reason why I'm calling him Sherlock Holmes, the original name, and not Sherlock Sholmes, is because he was originally called Sherlock Holmes in the Japanese version. So I thought we might as well call him Sherlock Holmes, because he is. Switching the first letters around isn't going to change that. Sometimes a little too sharp. He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head or drive it in at an obtuse angle. That's one way to put it. When he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out. Alright then, let's see what we can do. Yes, we must pick out the keywords in Mr. Sholmes's quite brilliant deductions. And discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense. If we could do that, I'm sure we'll arrive at what Mr. Holmes is meant to say in the first place. Then let's go! In that case, are you ready for the second performance of the day? Yes, sir! Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Sherlock Holmes's Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1. Here we go! My turn! So what happens here is Sherlock Holmes is going to do his deduction again, and we point out of where it went wrong. Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Grey Ranger! Hello, lovely! Thank you ever so much for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Welcome to my stream. I do hope you are enjoying it. I've only just noticed the foam of the mouth. foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. See, that looks like cheese! Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate, which contains, you will observe, 1/2 sizable bar of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Why is the soap set so purposefully upon the dish? Like the victim's Last Supper, in fact. Yes. Also, if you want to see the previous cases that I had done in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, I do have a... I do have the YouTube channel where I put the streams up, called Lily_Tiger Streams, if you want to watch the cases so that you know what I'm talking about. Because this case is linked to case 4 from the first part of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I think it's case 4 anyway. I came in with the raid. Oh, welcome, lovely. Yes, I remember. You did say hi. Hello. I'm glad that you're very much enjoying the stream. Why is the soap set so purposefully upon the dish? Like the victim's Last Supper, in fact. Yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course. The fork reveals the answer. Interesting. So this is where we stop. This is where we like, what? The fork? Okay. Well, you can't deny that a fork implies the man was eating something. Oh, excuse me. Or about to eat something. Yes, that's true. If I were to decide to eat some soap, I should prefer to use a fork than to attempt it with chopsticks. Wait, can you cut a bar of soap with a fork? I don't think you can. You would need a knife. And not just any knife. I don't think you can cut a bar of soap with a butter knife. It would be hard as a rock. I think you need a steak knife. I don't think you can literally cut it with a bar of soap with a fork. Unless bar of soaps were made differently back in Victorian times. And of course, only half of the bar of soap is left on the plate. But might there not be some other explanation? Something material that proves whether or not the man really ate some soap? Why can't I... Oh, there we go. Okay, I can... Okay. Well, this is a fork. The fork is... The fork is not the right answer. The only thing I can select is a teacup. What about this? There's a shoe. Is this as far as I can rotate? I can't go up and I can't go down. So is it just a teacup? Do you think he was drinking tea with his soap? The cup's empty, so there's no way of knowing. Ah, how about this for an idea? Perhaps the cup was full of water. Ah, wait. The soap does go soft if you drench it in water. And he was dissolving soap in it so he could gulp as much down as possible? I mean, I was thinking the same thing. Please remember that he may not actually have been the soap lover that he's been made out to be. Can I look at the stain? Is there anything else I can click? Oh wait, what's that? Oh my god, there's another soap that also suspiciously looks like cheese. Look, there's more soap on the floor here. Mr. Shakespeare must really have loved the stuff. Let's not jump to conclusions, Mr. Naruhodo. Look closely at the soap. Do you see that it would fit together perfectly with the half bar on the table? What the? How can that be? I think that they are two halves of the same bar that broke apart. Then, so are we presenting this?
Take that!
Yeah! Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course. The other piece of soap reveals the answer. Ah. It being the other half of the soap on the table. In short, the victim was not eating soap at all. Well, that's good. But it's obvious, really, for no depths of hunger could drive any man to attempt to eat soap. But Sherlock Holmes, you said that he was poor and that he would be driven to eat soap and that you ate soap yourself. That's the thing with Sherlock Holmes in this game. He contradicts himself so much. With a real no scare, he's like, really? Even I, with my unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge, took only a single bite. But that begs the question of how the man was poisoned, because there's no sign of any food on the table. An excellent observation, Mr. Naruhodo, and one that furnishes us with the answer we seek. For London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. Ooh, another one. Mr. Holmes is still pushing the soap argument then. Perhaps he's suggesting the man licked the soap rather than ate it. If soap in London is that poisonous, I don't think I want to be washing my hands with it. I mean, in Victorian times, that really wouldn't surprise me, I'm going to be honest. But there are no signs of any food in this room at all. Of course, food isn't the only thing that passes people's lips, is it? Tea! Tea! Yes, a Western vessel for the serving of infusions of dry tea leaves. Tea! It's a teacup, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know. Stop putting on airs. And it's empty. Ah, so we've already established that the victim wasn't eating soap when he died. However, there's significant evidence to suggest that he was drinking tea. Naturally. My thoughts exactly. I suppose tea. Wee teacup. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the teacup. Indeed, cups have been the vessel of choice for practicing poisoners over the centuries. And it would appear that the victim drank every last drop. There's a spill. There's a spill. There's a spill there. There's no sign of food anywhere in the room. Stop. He looks so shifty. Which leads us to the immutable conclusion. Phew. The cause of death is clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup. Right, that's Act 1. Poison in the tea. We got it. We're getting somewhere. That makes more sense. Suicide or murder? That is the question. The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we pondered the next question. Was this suicide or murder? The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Ooh, I have heard about Snow White and the Red with the red hair. I really want to watch that. But we're already like watching so much anime. We're currently watching Licorice Recoil, which is so good. It's about the girls fighting criminals with guns. It's so cool. And there's another one, I forgot what it's called. It's like Revolution Magic with Princess and Genius Lady or something like that, which is so good. As a matter of fact, there's a new episode, so I really need to watch that. I'm also watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and I really need to watch Snow White with the red hair. Can I watch that on Crunchyroll or Netflix? Or any sort of anime software? The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man dine and die alone? This single teacup suggests the answer. Ah, the Western vessel for infused hot drinks again. It's already featured heavily in our deductions so far. How is that? Is that better? Ah, I don't know why my mic gets disconnected. It's so annoying. Yeah, I am back. I am back. That doesn't explain why the music stopped, though. Is Mr. Natsume's reaction when he heard Mr. Sholmes' suggested? There's more to this deduction than it seems. We must closely examine the scene of the crime again for some more clues. I just want to make sure that the music is on. Okay, so I think it's just a game. Okay, it's nothing to do with me. Got it. Where is the... I'm so confused. Where is the music? The music is just suddenly stopped. Is it just originally stops? I'm so confused. Okay, well... Wait, where did that come from? Oh. Ah, there's another teacup. It's another Western vessel for... It's a teacup! Oh. Snow White with red hair, I believe, is on Crunchyroll. Nice! I should go check that out. And it too is empty. Given that he's actually holding this one in his hand, we can assume that this is the cup from which Mr. Shakespeare was actually drinking. I miss the music. Where's the music? But if that's the case, this changes everything. Everything we've deduced up to now is turned on its head. I have a bad feeling about this. I almost don't want to say it. You think Saseki has dined with him? Yes, I know exactly how you feel. Oh dear. Well, looks like we're presenting this. So let's go. Oh, there we go. The music is back. Yes. Did the man dine and die alone? This other teacup suggests the answer. Yes, there were 2 teacups in this room all along. Yeah, Saseki is having a hissy fit. In other words, this is a strong indication that at the victim's last supper, there was a guest present. Wait, this silhouette looks familiar. Oh my god, I think we saw him before. He was the witness in case 3. At the very least, we can say now with certainty that somebody else was here in this room last night, making tea with the victim. What are you talking about? Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. To draw a conclusion on such a meager evidence so would be foolish, however, certainly. In which case, what more can we deduce about this possible guest at the table? Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. Do you mean to say you know who exactly was in this room at the time of the victim's death? Indeed, what reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. Nope. I'm not sure I like where this deduction is going now. I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the halcyon days of eating too much soap. But the identity of the guest who was in here last night when the victim passed away is something I have a very bad feeling about. Well, you can try to ignore your feelings, but we cannot ignore the truth, Mr. Naruhodo. Exactly. No, I suppose not. Time to look around again. Are those glasses? Oh, I can't. What about the empty bottle? What did it say about that? It's empty. Empty of liquid, but full of air. That makes you think, doesn't it? It makes me think that you're full of hot air. We should be thinking about who else was in the room at the time. Bother, Sasata-san's quip in response was cleverer than my original riddle. Lol. So this is the broken lock. It's not that. There's a candle. A candle? Even Mr. Shakespeare didn't eat candles, it seems. We have already established that he didn't eat soap either. Ah, do you think perhaps the guest brought this candle here last night? Even if he or she did, does it reveal anything about the guest's identity? Good point. There goes my idea. Snuffed out like that candle will be. If you sigh so deeply, Mr. Naruhodo, you're in danger of blowing out the flame. But I can't turn anymore. A pile of books. Okay. At first glance, it seems that the only things in this room are the makeshift stage and the costumes. I overlooked these 3 books initially. I wonder what they are. Let's see. The titles read The Picture of Monsieur Lecoq, Canterbury Yearnings, and A Meal for Gaborio. Are those Suseki's books? I feel like we've heard those titles before. Wait, I am sure I've heard those titles before. It could just be an incredible coincidence, but they're the exact same 3 books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day. Oh, for the love of God! What? Yes, on the day of the unfortunate incident when Miss Green was stabbed, Soseki-san had just been to a bookshop and bought them. That's right. Oh, fuck. And now those 3 titles are here in the room of the victim. Yet Mr. Natsume claimed never to have been here before. What does this mean, do you think? He probably gave the books to William Shakespeare? I really don't know what to make of that. A pile of familiar books. I suppose representing them. Pew. I love the glass smashing. Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is a pile of familiar books. Quite so. It's no mere coincidence that these 3 titles are here in this room. It's the link to the truth. Yep. Mr. Natsume, you purchased these books 4 days ago at the second-hand bookshop. That's just a coincidence. In that case, you will be able to bring the same 3 titles from your own room, will you not? This very moment. No, never. Non-negotiable. If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours. Sus, so sus. Super sus. Having purchased the books 4 days ago and returned to your lodgings, you were arrested the very next day. So you could conceivably have bought the books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that. In other words, you could only have brought these 3 books here to the victim's room. Whoa. Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey... oh dear, this doesn't look good on you, Soseki. It really doesn't. In short, there is only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in his room last night as a result of poisoning. And that same night, the victim had a visitor. And that visitor... Pew! Was you, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Thus concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes's great deduction. Beautiful, beautiful. We love it. We love it. Deduction complete. Yeah. Not again, not again, not again. Oh dear. Not again. Well then, Mr. Natsume, it would appear you're going to have to accompany me down to the yard. Again. Gregson doesn't sound too happy, does he? But wait! Hold your horses! Yes? Door! Key! Locked! Entry! Exit! Entirely impossible! He's so flustered he's being even stranger than normal. What? You think that's an alibi? You could just made a copy. Huh? You live in the same building after all. You'd have had plenty of opportunity, I'm sure. But misery me! Sorry, sir. You'll get your chance to give your side of the story later. The facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. Oh, you horrible Sherlock Holmes! He really has found himself an arch rival now, hasn't he? Yep. He does not like Sherlock Holmes at all. Come on now, no dilly-dallying. Outside, there's a carriage waiting. Locum student, Mr. Neverhodo, Esquire. I never imagined I'll be in this position again, but... You have to help me, please, please. I'm innocent. All right, I understand. We'll come to your cell later and talk about it. And one more thing. Oh, yes? My poor little kitty cat. Please give him his breakfast for me. Aww. I forgot he's got a kitty cat. Aww. And so, his evil curse still apparently unbroken. Soseki-san found himself once again the prime suspect in a case of murder. Thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great detective. My dear fellow, that honor belongs to you. Oh god, he's right. We're the one who got Soseki arrested. Well, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. That means we can look at the dead body without his interruption. We can examine the crime scene in more detail now. Yes, that's right. And of course, what? Have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? It was the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, who discovered Mr. Shakespeare. Ah, Mr. John Garadeb, yes. I expect we could find him in his sitting room on the top floor as usual. Right, we must remember to go and talk to him later then. I suppose we can examine the dead body. Let's have a look. Oh, the poor man. So young to die. Do you suppose it was a very painful death, being poisoned as he was? Depends on the poison, I presume? I don't know. All we could do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life. Yes, I suppose you're right. I wonder... Do you think that putting our hands together in the Japanese prayer will help a British soul? Sorry? I made sure I had a reference at the ready for just such an occasion as this, actually. This book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way. I'll just reread it now. One moment. We just bow our heads in silence. There's quite a spine on that book, isn't there? We're not gonna freaking... one of the teacups that Mr. Shakespeare and his guests drank from last night. But don't go drinking from them, Mr. Naruhodo. There's bitter poison inside. I'm not planning on drinking any, don't worry. Anyway, the cups are both empty. That's true. So one was Mr. Shakespeare's, and the other must be the cup that Mr. Natsume was drinking from. But Soseki-san wasn't poisoned, of course. Perhaps we should take these so we can examine them in more detail later. Absolutely. So we got a pair of teacups. The teacups used by Mr. Shakespeare and Mr. Natsume. The one with the green line around the rim was Mr. Natsume's. Oh, okay. So we got that. Look at these extravagant bright costumes. Somehow they look out of place in this room, with its grim, shady goings-on. This one looks like a king's attire. A king? I've always dreamt of being a king. Well, I think you'd be more suited to a feudal lord, a daimyo, or such like. I'm so stupid. What's a daimyo? Am I pronouncing that correct? Am I pronouncing that correct? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Daimyo. daimyo is one of the great lords who are vassals of the shogun. We learn something new now. Okay. With a chonmage top knot. Every Japanese man wishes he had a chonmage. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I am so sorry if I'm not pronouncing the Japanese words correctly. Oh, you look wonderful with one, and you already have the sword. Can you imagine what would happen if I walked around the streets of London with a chonmage and a sword? I think you would be arrested. From my understanding, you're not allowed to carry a sword in British streets. Oh, a little trivia for you. Who here is a Terry Pratchett fan? So when he got knighted, he actually forged his sword, thinking that if you were knighted, you could carry a sword. But no, you still would get arrested for carrying a sword around. But he has kept the sword he forged. It was really cool. I saw it in the Terry Pratchett exhibition in Salisbury. We've got some things. There's not much on these shelves, is there? Just this wine glass and bottle. And both of them are cracked. Interesting. Would one of them be poisoned by any chance? Yes, not much use, are they? What's the matter? Oh, I was just reminded of the Reaper, that's all. Oh, fuck. Okay, so if you don't know who the Reaper is the prosecutor. He looks like a vampire. I mean, he's handsome and all, but god damn is he hell to go against. Prosecutor Lord Van Zeeks? Yes, he's so reckless with his wine glasses. I was thinking it's a waste and that he should donate some to the needy. I love Discworld too. When I was a kid, I had the animated films of Weird Sisters and Soul Music. It's the one where Sir Christopher Lee voiced as Grim Reaper. I really love them. I really need to read more. The only Discworld books I've read was Weird Sisters, Guards, which is my mom's favourite. She's a big fan of. Night Watch is one of my favourites. I think Night Watch was the one after Guards, isn't it? Yeah, it involves the Night Watch. Yeah, I read Guards, Weird Sisters, The Colour of Magic, and The Light Fantastic, which are the first two books of the worst wizard. I've forgotten his name. But in the films, he was played by David Jason. It's him. And I really want to read some more witches books, and also Rincewind. Yes, thank you. It's the one with the luggage and the little legs. I love it to bits. Hogfather is funny. I do love Hogfather, but I don't like the voice of Death in Hogfather. I think Christopher Lee voiced Death perfectly back then. What else? Is that all I read? I really want to read more witches books, and I really want to read the Death books as well. Oh wait, I did read Soul Music. And I did like it, but I really need to read Mort and Reaper Man. Definitely. But yeah, if you want to check out wait, where is the Terry Pratchett exhibition? When I last went to Terry Pratchett exhibition, it was in Salisbury. I don't know if it's there anymore. I recommend researching, but that's where I went to see the Terry Pratchett exhibition. And it's got like really nice art. Really nice art, and it shows like his first ever book he written called The Carpet People, I think it's called. So yeah, it was really, really good. I loved it. Oh, and we are Aussie. Fair enough. Oh, but next time you come to UK, Then you can go to Salisbury to look at Terry Pratchett's exhibition. Yes, he's... We already read that. You can suggest it next time we meet. Yes, Sato, why don't you mention it? Did I say next time? That was my bad. You don't travel? Traveling is hard in this day and age, so that's fair. It's really hard to travel. And here we have another disproportionately large machine. This is like a meter of some kind. It's fair enough that you don't travel. Traveling, I love traveling. I love going to different countries, but it's always a pain. I hate going through British security. It's always so anxiety. Like you have to take the laptops out of the bags, anything metal, take off your coat, take off your boots if it has a metal things on it, and it's just like, oh, why? Me and my boyfriend and my friends are planning to go to Japan. We would love to go to Japan. I would also love to go to South Korea as well. I just watched TikTok of animal cafes. There's like a meerkat cafe and a raccoon cafe, and then there was another cafe. I think there's a one with sheep, and there's a one with doggies. I can't remember what doggies they were, but they were big and they were fluffy, and the curls and the tails curl. I do love card capture, Sakura. We watched the one where the voice actors of... We watched the version where Ed, and Eddie did the dub voices. Me and my boyfriend. Sailor Moon Crystal. I don't think I've watched the Crystal. I watched the really retro Sailor Moon. Dragon Ball Z, haven't watched that since Toonami was a thing. And Snow White with the red hair, really need to check that out. My favourites are Fruits Basket. I do love a card capture, Sakura. What else? I really love Jujutsu Kaisen. I really need to watch her more. Fruits Basket is like the jam to my bread and butter. I love it so much. I just love Fruits Basket. I highly recommend it. Pokemon, there's always so much. Same goes for Digimon and Naruto. Like, I can't handle anime with so much episodes. I'm sorry. I tried to watch One Piece, but there's so much episodes. Why is there so much episodes? What else? Oh, I used to be in the anime society. We watched Psycho-Pass. Have you watched that? It's not for the faint of heart. There can be gruesome things, but Psycho-Pass is really good. I tried to think what else. I'm very much a fan of Studio Ghibli films. It's all about the Studio Ghibli films. It's gonna be about the Studio Ghibli films. You've watched all 24 seasons of Pokemon? Jesus. That's a lot. And here we have another disproportionately large machine. This is like a meter of some kind. Ah, this is a gas meter, I think. It seems that in this district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins. Ah, I see. Yes, now you've pointed it out. I can see that there's a slot just here that looks like it would take a coin. Oh yeah, I can see it. So you mean if you put a coin in here, that's right. That would buy you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating. God. This is so expensive. So if you were a poor person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold? Yep. Gray likes psychopaths. I knew someone in university that loves psychopaths. Oh dear God, she was such a fan. Will not stop talking about psychopaths. Do like psychopaths. She even bought like those guns. She bought a basic. You know, those are guns that scans people's psyche. She bought the basic one first, but then she bought the more expensive one that really transformed and got the figurines of the characters and everything. Yeah, it was really cool though. It was really cool. She likes toys like that. Yes, or if you were a scatterbrain with no change because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank. Oh, I just remembered another anime I loved when I was a kid. Love Hina? Does anyone remember that? And I can't remember what the anime was called. But it was about a girl. And she did not know anything about computers, like at all. And the computer connections was called The Wired, I think. And it was weird. It was really weird. It was something lame. I didn't like it. It was a weird anime. I liked the opening though. The opening was good. It's a great anime. And the weapon is called the Dominator. That was it. That was it. I remember now. I also watched like sports animes as well. I've watched Free. I watched Haiku. I love the Haiku. Not a big fan of the last season. I did like the other seasons of Haiku though. That was great. What else? What else did I watch? Free, Haiku. I've heard of the basketball one. I really need to watch that. I tried watching the football one. Didn't like it. There was a rugby anime as well. That was pretty good. You know, this wasn't too bad. Yeah, quite a couple of sports animes. Yeah, I like slice of life anime. But I also like cheesy fantasy. But yeah, I do. We are currently watching Licorice Recoil and the Revolution Magic of Princess and Genius Lady or something like that. It's very much new, and the new episode comes every Wednesday on Crunchyroll. So keep an eye out for that one. Kuroko no Basket, Fruits Basket, yep. Thank goodness there's no meter in our office. I like slice of life. Me too, me too. My boyfriend though, he does not like slice of life. He finds slice of life to be boring, which is fair enough. As you say, everyone has tastes. He likes anime with a bit of action. He just watched the one about firemen. It looks like about firemen, but like magic firemen? I don't know. I could be wrong. But no, I really want to watch more Jujutsu Kaisen. It's been a long time since I've watched the last episode, so I might just need to rewatch the first episodes and then continue on. My favorite voice actor dubs is in the Jujutsu Kaisen dub. He voices as, I can't remember the name. Let's see if I can find the name. I can't remember the name. Fire Force. That's it. Does he like Cowboy Bebop? I don't think he watches it, but I really want to watch Cowboy Bebop. Again, another anime that's a lot of episodes. Let me have a look at the character. I know it when I see it. And no, before you ask, it's not Satoru Gojo. It's not the character I'm looking for. Oh, there he is! Okay, so my favorite voice actor in the Jujutsu Kaisen dub voices as Suguru Geto. I really like Suguru Geto actually, but for some reason I keep forgetting his name. Hang on, I accidentally closed off chat. Sorry, excuse me. Oh no, I lost what you were saying. Oh no, I have not, but it's on Netflix, right? I really need to. Oh, it does? Why do I keep thinking it has more then? Ah. Oh, I might as well go watch it. Oh, does it have a movie though? That's probably why I was so confused. This is some sort of makeshift stage, I think, isn't it? Where does the audience sit though for the nightly Shakespeare performances? Wait, they said Shakespeare there, so why can't they use it on the dude? I'm so confused. Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their art, Mr. Naruhodo, with or without an audience. In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office. What? Then you could practice your art every single day. I'll think about it, if you promise to don a beard and play the role of the judge. Lol. Well, if that would help you achieve your goal, this I have to see. I think it's on Crunchyroll maybe? I shall have a check. I have too many animes to watch, god damn it. And I want to watch some more Lucifer. Which is not an anime, but it might as well be. As is seen from the outside, the window is completely bricked up. Oh, another anime that I just thought of that I really need to watch is Lovers' War. Lovers' War looks so good! A vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay. Window tax sounds so stupid. What strange things they used to tax in Great Britain? We're still taxed on strange things, I'm going to be honest. I mean, making people pay for the number of windows they had in a property? It's extraordinary. It's stupid. It's heartbreaking to think of the poor having to block up their windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax. Oh! Oh! No! I mean, well... Yes, but Jujutsu Kaisen needs to take priority too. What is it, Mr. Sato? If you look closely, a number of the bricks are loose. Ooh! And look, there's soap! Sneaky soap. It is a romance slice of life. Then I will watch it after Jujutsu Kaisen. How about that? You're not gonna have me take away from Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh yes, it looks as though an amateur has broken out a few of them just here. Was it Mr. Shakespeare who did it, I wonder? Being a lodger renting this room? Ah, look at this, Mr. Naruhodo. On the outside there's a little ledge. And there's something on it. What? Outside? Wait, are we going outside? We're going. He hides. He. Bro, it's so cold outside. You can feel it through this gap. There's 24 episodes. No, the Jujutsu Kaisen just has a season 2 came out, right? Or were you talking about Snow White with red hair? It's so cold outside. You can feel it through this gap. It did snow all last night. It would be cold. Yeah, I'm feeling the cold right now. But more importantly, what is it on the ledge out there? What are those snow-covered lumps? There's soap. There's soap. It's more bars of soap. Soap. Are we dealing with a soap dealer here? Is this what's happening? Instead of dealing drugs, they deal soap. Are we missing something here? So what are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window? I have no idea. But a pair of them look rather charming like that. If you say so, Susato, if you say so. Still, that's very strange, isn't it? Bars of soap lined up outside the window. I think perhaps we should take one. There are 2 after all. If you take one, just take 2. Oh dear, I suppose we could. Oh, what's this? Look here at the soap. Drugs. It's drugs. Do you see? In the middle there? What is it? There's a patch that's a different colour. It's sort of transparent, but it looks like an envelope stamp, doesn't it? Some sort of fancy design, I suppose. Only in Great Britain. No. It's a terrible design. It looks like a nipple. It looks like the Hinamaru flag of Japan, doesn't it? How wonderful. Oh yeah, that too. I wasn't thinking of anything dirty or anything. Absolutely not. I did not think that it looked like a boob with a nipple. Absolutely not. Because that would be so inappropriate of me. Absolutely. It looks like a Hinamaru flag of Japan. It's probably a very expensive brand. Expensive? Then what's it doing in this ramshackle old room? A bar of soap. A cheap bar of soap that was discovered just outside Mr. Shakespeare's window. It's one of 2 that were found there. Excuse me. It's one of 2 that were found there. Cool. Is there anything else I need to look at? We looked at the window. Do I have to look at the lamp? This is a gas wall light, isn't it? It must be connected to a gas pipe in the wall. Gas lights, a gas stove. London really is a city of gas. That sounds terrible. And now that I think about it, Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb had an open fire on the top floor, didn't they? Yes, they did? I can't remember. Oh yes, you're right. I don't recall seeing a gas stove up there. Well, I much prefer a real fire anyway. It's so much cozier. I agree. If there's one thing I miss is real fires. Not like... No, I meant like fires in a fireplace. Like, my parents have like a very old-fashioned fireplace, and having a fire is just so cozy in the living room. We don't have a fireplace, sadly, but I would like one. I want an old-fashioned fireplace. I want a big fireplace. Missing anything? We pretty much inspected places. So does that mean we need to... Oh, wait, there's a hole. Oh, a glass. I thought it was like a hole in the floor. What's this? It looks like part of an envelope, I think. Yes, I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was opened. That's really... You could easily miss that. Is that significant? Well, it's a little out of place, perhaps, when you look around the room. There's no sign of a letter or the rest of the envelope, in fact, is there? Have you checked inside the book, maybe? Maybe one of the books have an envelope inside. Ah, she's right. And yet here we have the torn off end of an envelope. It just strikes me as unusual. I agree, we better take this just in case. The torn off end of envelope has been a ripped piece of an envelope that was found in Mr. Shakespeare's room. The rest of the envelope could not be located. Interesting. Okay. The music's gone. That means we've done everything we need to do. Looks like you're having a good snoop around, eh? Ah. Yeah, no. Inspector Gregson, but back so soon? After I threw that little Japanese fella in the clink, I went and reported this to the investigation division. In 5 minutes' time, this place will be cordoned off by the yard. Well, thank God we've inspected everything in sight. Oh, I see. Well, we better be leaving then. Poor Mr. Natsume must be feeling very low, being back in the cell again so soon. I'm sure. We should probably go and... The dead has risen! The dead has risen! Did anyone... Wait, what? Did anyone not check the guy's pulse? He was alive? He's alive! What's wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? The dead has risen! Gah! Hi? Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player. His eyes! He's got black circles around his eyes. Is he okay? The struts of frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. Now, how soundeth the next part? Do needs more sleep. He just woken up. He was supposed to be dead. Hi? This is drugs. This is drugs. This must be drugs. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound of fury, signifying nothing. Indeed, oh happy day! I don't want to laugh, but what the heck? Walking Dead? What was that? The fella isn't dead at all? Are No? Didn't anyone check his pulse? What was that nonsense he was saying, though? I think? Yes, it was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. So somebody killed him! Oh, shit. A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5. Shakespeare. So it was that the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life. If the man had indeed been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment. And Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime, whatever that now was. What? So, wait, I'm so confused. Was he dead or was he not dead? Also, this guy is... What can you peer through? This dude! It's nothing but bricks. Oh, wait, there's a hole. Okay, 21st of February, Briar Road. Okay. Whatever do you think will happen now? Good question. What a strange situation for Mr. Natsume, arrested for murder, but then the victim comes back to life. I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. I was thinking that too. Isn't there a drug that makes you temporarily dead and then wakes you up? Or am I just thinking things? I'm so confused. I'm still thinking it's drugs. It seems very likely that Mr. Shakespeare did consume poison as we deduced. But was it an accident, attempted suicide, or attempted murder? Interesting. Until the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody. I suppose so. Plausibly, yeah. Is it... So it might be poison. It might also be drugs. I don't know. The soap on the windowsill. That is drug dealing shit. But what drugs would there be in Victorian times? I got no idea. I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what's this? Hi? What's that man doing over there? He looks familiar. Is he one of the Skull Brothers? He looks like he's trying to see into Soseki-san's lodgings. Oh, but I don't know how he's going to do that. The windows is bricked up. He's just looking at a wall. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Excuse me, could we have a word? Hi! Bye! He just ran off. I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it? I do too, but I don't remember. Lol, sus, very sus. Yeah, super sus. Like, he was, I just assumed he was a paper boy, but he had a big chin. Like, I thought it was one of the Skull Brothers because they have the same chin. No, I'm not sure. Wait, I think I saw him before, I think. Has he left something behind? What was this? With the exception of the top floor, where Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb live, all the windows are bricked up. So this is where Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb lives, right up there. You can't see it because of the donation bar, but you could just about see the windows where Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb lives because they are the landlords of this place. Running is a bad thing to do if you have nothing to hide. Running is always a bad sign. It just makes you very suspicious. Yes, that's because of an old window tax that was charged on the number of windows a property had. In order to pay less tax, the poorer members of society filled in many of their windows. But the tax has since been abolished, hasn't it? So the windows could all be opened up again, surely. Unfortunately, it would appear that the residents of this district can't afford to pay to have the work done. Yes, that is a sad state of affairs. The government in England are such greedy buggers. I think we still have bedroom tax. Like, if you have a spare bedroom, you would have to pay the tax. I don't know if we have that now, but we used to. Yeah, this is annoying. It was annoying. Especially for people like poor Mr. Natsume, who have to live all cooped up in a windowless room. I suppose that's the price you pay for living in a very cheap accommodation. Well, it seems rather pointless when you put it like that. But what's that green thing? Can you guys see the green thing? I can see the green thing. This is the bike. Aw, cute little snowman. No, because the soap is yellow. And this one has a handle. Or maybe, I don't know. Was the soap green or was the soap yellow? Oh, it might be soap. It looked like it had a handle, but I think that's a layer of bricks. Huh. There's a bike. Do I need to inspect around the streets? I don't think I do. There always seems to be a bicycle outside the Garrett residence. I read that bicycles are extremely popular all over Great Britain at the moment, in fact. Still popular right now in some places. Going to Cambridge, there's nothing but bikes. That one seems very warped though, especially the front wheel. Is that to make it more of a challenge to ride, do you think? No, I'm afraid that may be a result of the rider's incompetence. For the front wheel to be so badly warped, I'm afraid the rider may have been similarly afflicted. Then there's a good chance Mr. Natsume has been practicing on his bicycle, I think. Oh dear, I fear you may be right. I don't think there's anything to... No, stop. There's really nothing to look at. Why has somebody built this snowman on some sort of pedestal, do you think? That's not a pedestal, Mr. Naruhodo. That's part of the snowman's body. Really? But it already has a perfectly good body. Well, it's true that British snowmen are usually made with 2 balls of snow. Perhaps this is a foreigner. And now we're looking at him as if he's strange. Poor man, I know how he feels. If anything, it's Japanese and British 2-ball snowmen that are the strange ones, isn't it? After all, real people do have 3 sections: head, torso and legs. Do you ever think that perhaps you think about things too much? I'll check the door, but I don't think there's anything else here. Garrett household and Mr. Natsume's lodgings are in a prominent position there on the corner. Sometimes when I look at the building, I can't help feeling that it's a bit of a slant. It does rather look as though it would collapse in even the smallest earthquake, doesn't it? And isn't it supposed to be haunted as well? I think I might have a hunch as to why Saseki-san has such a hunched back. Oh. London's blanketed in fog again today and the sky is covered in cloud. But if you look carefully in the distance, you can just make out the Crystal Tower being built. Oh yeah! Ah, the Crystal Tower, yes. The centerpiece of the Great Exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time. Everyone's talking about the Great Exhibition of London at the moment, it seems. Well, it's to be the largest event of its kind anywhere in the world, with technology and scientists from all over. I can't wait for it myself. Do you think visiting students from the Far East like us will be granted entry? The last great exhibition that was held in London had more than 6 million visitors, it seems. And this time, the British are determined to make it an even bigger success, to outdo the Paris Exposition. I see. That's an incredible number of people. And with so many people expected to attend, we should easily be able to slip in unnoticed. There's always the honest approach of buying tickets at the main entrance, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay, there's really nothing here. Can I go, like, let's move. A new location has been added. Okay, so there's Mr. Garadeb's room and there's prison. You guys have not met Mr. Garadeb, so we'll go there. I have no tea. This is a sad day. 21st of February, the Garadeb's room. This is Garadeb. This is his room. That is vile water. And you soap, no soap. Oh, that is vile water. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a new glass of water. There you go. Much better. Oh no, you're seeing my legs. Oh, there we go. Here we are again, the eccentric landlord's eccentric top floor abode. I am not wearing my earphones. We're here because Mr. Garadeb's the one who discovered the incident this morning. Don't forget. I won't forget, I won't forget. So what now? I mean, I can easily show you the full model. No, you can't because I am on game capture. Hang on a second. There you go. This is the full model. I have legs, I have boots, and I even have a tail! Because I'm a tiger. Wah! I don't think I've shown the full body. Huh. But yes, that is me. And I love her. There we go. Now I'm back. Oh, now you're seeing my legs. Should I... Hang on a second. That's because I moved her up. I'll put her down just a little bit. There we go. How's that? Okay. That is better. Good. Lily taking the Pokemon trainer. You know, the Pokemon trainer's looking like this? I mean, I would love to be a Pokemon trainer. Gotta catch them all, Pokemon. Alright, so what's the Sato saying? We're here because Mr. Garadeb's the one who discovered the incident this morning. Don't forget. I'm just having fun. Though being a Pokemon trainer sounds super duper fun. I'll have all the Jigglypuffs. All the Jigglypuffs. Ah, there he is, the man himself. Ah, you chaps, eh? Oh, what voice did I give him? Ah, you chaps, eh? Oh god, that sounds terrible. Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday. It was quite a trial. As much for Mr. Garadeb as anyone, really. Came straight back here after all that business at the Bailey yesterday. You didn't expect to wake up to more bally nonsense this morning. I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what happened, Mr. Garadeb. Yes, I suppose you'd like to know all about that dead loss of an actor chap in the ground floor room. Those were exactly Inspector Gregson's words, weren't they? Oh, he's up. He's up and about. Are we talking to him? Looks like we're conversing with him. Let's go. This morning's incident. What do you know, Mr. Garadeb? It must have been a real shock for you this morning. I hear that you discovered what had happened. Oh, well, that hopeless actor chap rises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without fail. But at 5:30 this morning, he still hadn't lit the glass. So I went down and knocked on his door, but no bally answer. And that's when you broke into his room by kicking down the door. Well, I called on that rum-looking Japanese chap to do the grunt work, of course. Wasn't it a little premature to kick the door down? The man could have just overslept by half an hour. That's very true, Mr. Naruhodo. If 30 minutes oversleeping warranted such behaviour, I'd have to kick your door down every morning. Well, I mean, you know, better to be safe than sorry and all that. Is it just me, or is he avoiding our gaze now all of a sudden? I think he's just embarrassed. Bless him. Except that it was a sorry situation indeed that you found on the far side of the door. Mr. Shamspeare. Okay, we'll call him Mr. Shamspeare because, you know, Mr. Shakespeare. It's just... The victim's name is Mr. Shamspeare, I believe. Is that right? Yes, William Shamspeare took the ground floor room 3 months ago now. And how would you describe him? In a word, destitute. Destitute? Well, let's face it, the only redeeming feature of that room is a cheap rent. My picture for Twitch, if you can see it, I asked someone to make for me. Let's have a look. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, I can see it. You're wearing some sort of beret. It's adorable. I like it. Very cute. So he has a Pokemon trainer. I thought the beret looks familiar. That is adorable. If you were to be a Pokemon trainer, what kind of trainer would you be? Anyone wanting to live in a place like that is either broke or has a bally screw loose. So hard to choose which category Saseki-san would fall into. Yeah. Mr. Naruhodo, that's a little rude. He was doing research as well. Research? Oh, there is no hat! My bad. Oh no, you're right. Sorry, I thought it was a beret. My bad. Shakespeare, of course, Shakespeare. She's holding a Pokeball. Ah, oh, that is super cute. That was my bad. The image was. Is that good? But that is so cute. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I can see it. I can see the Pokeball. That is adorable. Read a few plays of the old bard and miss myself, you know, Romeo and Hamlet and all that. Me, Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet. Romeo and Hamlet. God, I would love to see that play. Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author. He's known as Sao in Japanese, as you know, and many of his works have already been translated. Really? I didn't know that. Nice hair clip! So cute! Super duper cute. It seems incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sal, though. Someone was too heavy-handed there. I asked the artist to do a mix of two of my favourite characters of Pokemon, but with the brown hair. Nice! There were a lot of costumes in the victim's room, actually, weren't there? I'm trying to think what my favourite Pokemon characters are. I think Brock is very funny. I really like Brock, but I really love Team Rocket. Team Rocket always makes me laugh. There were a lot of costumes in the victim's room, actually, weren't there? Of course, Mr. Natsume is a scholar of English literature as well. I imagine he and Mr. Shamspeare would have had much in common. Yes. Which never made them friends. Shakespeare interpretation disagreement leads to shocking murder. Let's hope it's not that. Oh no. No, I don't think he would murder Shakespeare. I'm not well versed with Pokemon, but let me guess, what are your two favorite Pokemon characters? See, I don't think it's Misty. It's hard because Twitch always makes the profile pic so small. I'm guessing it's Dawn? Dawn is your favorite character? I don't know who your other favorite character might be. Am I on the right path though? I got one. Dawn. Nice. Oh frick. I can't remember her name. Is it the one who has a fear of Pokemon? I can't remember her name. She has white hair and she reminds me of Luna Lovegood. Her. No? Ugh. Oh, it's right! Between these two characters? Oh, nice! What's her name? Yes, Lily. Wait. Oh, yes. Her name is Lily. Oh. What's her name, Lily? I don't know Dawn that well, but I remember the girl who has a fear of Pokemon. I didn't know her name is... I've forgotten her name is Lily, though. I thought... Although you said, yes, Lily, you got it. Mr. Naruhodo, really, how rude. Yeah, I'm quite proud of myself. Yeah. I only remember like the characters from like the first season of Pokemon, because I grew up with the first season of Pokemon. Misty and Brock, as well as with Jenny and Jessie. Is it Jenny? Is it Jenny, the police officer? And obviously Nurse Joy, the pink pigtails. Obviously Jessie and James and Meow. That's right. After Mr. Natsume's trial yesterday, you came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? Did you notice anything strange between then and this morning? Well, now, must have been about 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, as I remember, and it was completely dark already. That failed actor chap was out at the time. Mr. Garadeb noticed there was no light from his room or something, I suppose. From the bricks? The loose bricks? I couldn't summon the energy for anything much, so I just sat in front of the fire up here. I do love a good fire. It was after 8 before Shamspear got back, and the chap was up until past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. Suppose he met his end sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there. Well, thank you. That was very illuminating. I like all the travel companions of Ash. But my top 3 are Lily, Dawn, and Serena. I don't know. I vaguely know Dawn. Serena, I do not know. But I choose a mix of Dawn and Lily. I can see that in the picture. Yeah, I did like Lily. I like characters with a complex background. And Lily definitely has a complex background, if I remember. Is everything all right, Mrs. Sato? I was just thinking it's a little strange, that's all. Mr. Garadeb, you were up here in your room all evening, if I've understood correctly? Not a big fan of stairs, not with this blasted leg. Then, how is it that you seem to know? Ooh, good point. The precise movements of your tenant on the ground floor, I mean. Ooh, good point, Sasato. Good point. His face! His face! Oh, he's back to normal. Okay. That's a very good point. I can't imagine that you could hear noises from the ground floor all the way up here. Does this old man like to spy on his tenants? Is that it? That would be exceedingly creepy. I don't know. I would feel so uncomfortable if my landlord to spy on me. I know what you're thinking, and it's a bally outrage. I'm ex-military, don't you know? I don't go around spying on my tenants, why would I? And how did you know, Mr. Garadeb? It's the gas, woman! The gas tells me everything! It's the gas! It's the gas! It tells you everything, like a fortune teller. The gas? Speaking gas! It's all about the gas, apparently. What on earth do you mean, sir? How can the gas tell you anything, let alone everything? Well, as you're probably aware, the gas is supplied to the building by pipes. Yes, I'd more or less worked that out. Every room in the building is connected by a single pipe to the gas main outside. And the gas company supplies gas to properties via the main. Yes, I understand that too. Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up here. What do you suppose would happen? Well, obviously the room would get brighter. Exactly, but at the same time, the lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment. Interesting. What? They dim? Why? Because it's connected by a single pipe. Perhaps it's because when you light a gas lamp, it briefly uses more gas than usual. And that reduces the amount of gas in the pipe for the other lamps that are connected to it? That might explain why the other lamps dim momentarily, mightn't it? Yes, of course, because everything's connected to a single supply pipe. That's what I said. Is that supposed to happen, though? It sounds rather undesirable. Jolly good point. Fact is, the gas company's pipes in these parts are pretty hopeless, long worn out. I barely got any gas in them to start with. Opposite's also true, of course. Extinguish the lamps up here and they glow brighter in the rest of the house. Ah, right, I see. So by watching the flickering of the lamps in one room, you can determine what's happening elsewhere. You've got it. Serena is the one that kissed Ash, I'm guessing, on the cheek at the end of the last season of the Kalos anime for Gen 6. Ah, I had not watched Gen 6. I do not know anything about the Pokemon in Gen 6. But I see. I take it most girls' companions in Pokemon had a crush on Ash. I remember Misty had a crush on Ash. Oh, of course, because when people come back home in the evening, and before they go to sleep at night, what they're guaranteed to do is either light or put out their lamps and fires. Clever. In point of fact, the room on the ground floor and the one above it use slightly different amounts of gas. By watching the lights in here closely, I can work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house. That's weird. Gosh. That's fascinating, Mr. Garadeb. Absolutely fascinating. It's also very weird. Oh, well, nothing to it, really. And I can't really see that it's going to help us with the case either. What I'd like to know is why Mr. Garadeb is so interested in what his tenants are up to in the first place. True. I feel like there's more to it than idle curiosity. Well, we've done as much investigating here as we can, I think. Perhaps we ought to go to the prison and speak with Mr. Natsume again. Oh, yeah, we do need to speak with Natsume. This feels long. Longer than usual. A good idea. Okay, well, we've done that. We'll move. I'm sure there is something I need to present at some point. Oh dear, he looks very, very depressed. Bless his heart. 21st of February, local prison, cell 9. Well, please don't jump scare. Please don't jump scare. Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Natsume, have the police finished questioning you now? Look, I'm still there, Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. Oh, yes? What is he? Tell me! Is he a ghost? Is he here to haunt me? Let me guess. You're talking about Mr. Sholmes? Oh, I thought you would be talking about William Shakespeare. He actually calls himself a great detective, Mr. Natsume, not a ghost. But his diabolical deductions, they're not of this world. They've left me. I'm cursed, I tell you. Yeah, he's very overreactive. Well, that sort of hurts. Credit where credit is due, Mr. Naruhodo. You were heavily involved in the deduction, too. Yeah, we were. Yes, moving on. We have some wonderful news. Oh? The victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again. Is that going to soothe him, though? He'll probably think that's a ghost. Now, in the absolutely worst case, you could only be tried for attempted murder. That's great, isn't it, Mr. Natsume? It's terrible! Why? Oh? I'm stuck in a cell, suffering for some silly wrong end of the stick. You did it, didn't you? Confess you're a killer. Why the mustache? Why the mustache? Constant questions. I'm sorry to hear that. Ah, that selfish shite. Selfish what? I'm not gonna say that in case it's very, 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 very offensive. So we'll just leave it at that. Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? If you were going to come back to life, why bother dying? Wickedly, wishy-washy, William. Okay, so he knows William. Well, it seems likely that Mr. Shakespeare was never actually dead in the first place. Ah, yes, that might make sense. And I'm pleased that he's alive, of course. Our lively debate last night was much fun. I'd be sad to think it was our last. Okay, so he is friends with him. This guy, yeah, don't be shocked. He's always like this. He was like this last time. Oh. Oops. Oops. So we do know that you know him. Mr. Natsume, does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shakespeare, didn't you? I'm not saying another word. I demand to have a lawyer present. I am the lawyer. Who do you think I am? Please, Mr. Natsume, we need to hear your side of the story. I gotta admit, he does make me laugh. Why am I cursed like this? Looks like we're gonna have to talk to him. Alrighty then, you. What happened? We can understand your stress now. Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsume? There's nothing to tell. But, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, I'm eternally grateful to you for helping me with that accursed case yesterday. The case that saw poor Miss Green hospitalized after she ended up with a knife in her back. That's a girl that we saw. It's hard to believe that was only yesterday. After the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to my lowly lodgings. And that evening at 9:30, it must have been, I visited Mr. Shakespeare. So you did go to the victim's room then? As we feared. I didn't do anything wrong. I never been to his room before. It was the first time. Then what made you decide to go? I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got chatting and it developed into a discussion. But he had to go out, so I bade him farewell. That ties in with what Mr. Garadeb said, that the victim went out and came back after 8. We met again later that evening, at around 9 or just after, when I took him some nice tea I'd brewed as a gift. Oh no. Oh no! Did we say that the tea was laced with poison? Oh no! So it was you who bought the tea that had clearly been drunk at the scene then? And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you? Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet, who was the stronger? It was a delightful debate. That's a very interesting debate. That's the sort of debate I wouldn't be into. Romeo and Juliet, who is the strongest? I'm sure. Such a stimulating subject, Shakespeare! And the debate became very heated, so you slipped poison into Mr. Shamspeare's tea? No, never, not at all. Team Juliet won, that was me, and when I left this room... Okay. The flamboyant fellow was fighting fit, I swear it, categorically. Okay. Cursed existence. Cursed existence! Mr. Natsume, you often say the same thing about yourself, I've noticed. That you have a cursed existence. I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but I've been here in Great Britain for a year now, and in that time I've learned that it's no place for me. Oh. It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to the ways of another culture. There are foreigners everywhere I look, and they all stare at me. They all laugh. That's the impression I get whenever I go out. It makes me scared to leave my room. Which is why I've become a recluse. But even in my room, I find no respite from my fears. I've moved more times than I can remember, and then 1 week ago I moved into Briar Road. But why? I mean, why did you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable. Because the rent is cheap. I have so little money. It spoke to me. The rent? Obviously, there's a reason why it's cheap. Because the room is cursed. Cursed? Cursed how? The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there. Oh shit! Oh, we're learning a bit about the house then. Died there. Oh. No! He was only a young man, but one morning he was found dead and no one could explain why. Surely no one would want to live in a room with a history like that. I wouldn't, no. I didn't. When the letting agent recommended the place, I wavered. But I want books, and books cost money. A horrible history is a small price to pay. I mean, that's fair. I also love books. So, when I realised it would mean I could buy more books, I signed the lease like lightning. I feel like I would do the exact same thing. Be warned, there's a ghost in your room. Yes, but books though. Brave or blinkered? Oh. But after I moved in, I soon came to realise what I'd done. I realised how horrible that room's history really was. Gosh, was it really so awful? Horrible history. Yeah, but it could have died of natural causes. It's Victorian times after all. How did the room's horrible history affect you, Mr. Natsume? What happened? At first, it was just a feeling. The feeling of beady eyes boring into my back, watching me. Do you think that might just have been your mind playing tricks on you? No, my mind doesn't know any tricks. It was someone else. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place. How did he get... That's an animated cartoon. Horrible history. If it's a cartoon in your area, it's just a children's program in our area. It's also books as well. I loved horrible science and horrible history when I was a kid. That was a really good selection of books. I don't think it was a cartoon though. It was definitely a kids show, but it was full of just a bunch of people showing like showing different sorts of histories through songs. I loved it. I really loved it. You can watch it on Netflix. Definitely. I binge watched it. I wish they do like show of horrible science though. That would be great. But yeah, the people who did horror... It is a cartoon, really? I watched it as like a bunch of people. Let's have a look. Got a... It doesn't say cartoon. Hang on. There is a cartoon of it as well. Ah, so I watched Horrible Histories. This is the one I watched. Horrible History cartoon. Maybe? Oh yeah, there it is. Horrible Histories animation. There's only 2 seasons. The one on Netflix is not a cartoon, it's a live action. Actually, the people who made the live action Horrible Histories also made Ghosts as well. Ghost is really good. I do like Ghosts. And don't worry, it's not creepy, it's a comedy. I don't know if you can watch it in Australia because it's on BBC. But if there is a way for you to be able to watch it, I do highly recommend it. I really need to watch it more because there's new seasons and Christmas specials. A nightmare? You've been having bad dreams, you mean? All the souls who died in that room lean over me in my sleep and tried to strangle me. Ugh, that sounds horrible. That really is horrible. Ugh, I don't think I like that. And now I come to think of it, it happened again last night too. The very same night that Mr. Shakespeare was writhing in agony from the poison in his body. What is the name of the show? Ghost. Either Ghost or Ghosts. Hang on. Ghosts. Ghosts. I'll copy the link. Here you go. I'm sure you would recognize the people in Ghosts. I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room. You simply must move out of that room as soon as possible. Yes, you're right. I know it. And that's why. I'm already searching for the next room with a history to call home. I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all. Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history. Oh, Sasato-san knows how to make the man listen. Jesus Christ, yeah. Sasato is scary with words. Of course. Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well. You mean Mr. Garadeb? Yes, he knows that if people keep dying there, he'll never be able to rent it out again. Well, that's true. I, for one, wouldn't go near the place. Ah, perhaps. That may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to the gas lamps and his tenants' movements. That would explain it. You mean because he's worried about their well-being? He does seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. There must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs on the occupants of his let rooms. What do you mean? He pays so much attention to the gas lamps. Oh yeah, he doesn't know. Yeah, it is on ABC, which is where most British shows are. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. So, I haven't watched much British shows lately. I've been watching American shows. I don't know. Lucifer does not count because that's an American show with a British actor in it. But that actor was also in Miranda, if you guys watched that. Was Miranda the last British show I've watched? I think it is. It was a long time ago. I don't watch live TV anymore. I normally just watch things from Netflix or Prime Amazon or Disney Plus or Crunchyroll or Discovery Plus, where I watch trash TV, you know. There's a lot of trash TV, dear God. Oh dear. No, it's nothing to do with you, Mr. Natsume. Please, forget I said anything. Oh, now you're talking about me behind my back as well. What's important is that Mr. Shamspear isn't in fact dead at all. Once he's come around and he's able to tell us what happened, we'll be able to get you released. Yes, please. Oh, I do hope you're right. Excuse me. Oh, fuck off, Gregson. We hate you. Inspector Gregson. I couldn't help but overhearing what you just said. And on that note, I have some good news and some bad news. Oh dear. What do you want to hear first? Oh, which do you want first? Neither. I never played the Bugs Life game, but I love that movie and Ants. I love the movie. And Ants is good. I do love Ants as well. But yeah, the Bugs Life game was my very first ever game. On PlayStation 1 I played it. The graphics, yeah, it was awful, but I love the gameplay. I was 5 and I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack was the best. Definitely. Which do you want first? Always, every time. The bad news comes first. We're certainly not reading your about. Oh, no, it's fine. It is there. It is there for everyone to read. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle. Bad it is. Right, well, in that case, the good news in this... Gregson is just a fucking ass. Huh? Sorry, but it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way. Okay? Then why did you ask me my preference? I know, just say, no worries, He-Man, no worries. As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamspear, was just unconscious. He's come round now. Oh, nice! Does that mean we have to investigate him? Yes, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory. Okay, so William Shamspear is not dead. He's still being treated by the doctors, but we've managed to get a written statement from him already. Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume? Oh, thank goodness. It's all over then. I can leave this somber cell. Sorry, no. That's not on the cards. What? Why have I noticed, Spectre? Mr. Shamspeare has implicated someone as being responsible for what happened last night. Wait, what? Implicated someone? Oh dear. You don't mean... I'm sorry to say I do, yes. He's pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsume. Is he just munching on fish and chips straight out of the newspaper? Yeah, because I think that's how you eat it back in Victorian times. I think. We don't do that anymore. You just get a polystyrene box with chips and stuff in and fish. And then wrap it all in all of the paper. It's like so many papers. But yeah, I think munching fish and chips from the newspaper was a thing back in Victorian times. Let's have a look. Now I'm curious. Victorian fish and chips. Yeah. Yeah, it was a thing. There you go. Being framed. Yeah, I think he was being framed too. Remember that suspicious guy? He's pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsume. Ah! Also, I just hate Gregson. Gregson is an arse. By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life. That wicked caitiff, Soseki Natsume. I'm not believing anything he says. No. So I'm afraid you'll be appearing in court as planned. And I will be his lawyer. Again. You'll be wanted to make the necessary preparations. No! Oh, poor dude. And so, once again, Soseki-san found himself having to take the dock in the Old Bailey. Whether his room was haunted or whether he was just terribly unlucky. I knew I had no choice. The following day I would represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. Well... damn! Yeah, let's save that. We shall pick this up in the next stream. I will overwrite that. Yes, we shall pick this up in the next stream. Because I am starting to get very, very tired. But yes, it was lovely to be back streaming. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't think I can keep my eyes open any longer. I'm sorry, but don't worry, there will be next time. Don't worry. I will see who is available to raid though. I'm sure there is other people. Who knows, I may continue tomorrow, but if there is a new update of Disney Dreamlight Valley, then I would play that instead. In which case I would play Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on Thursday. Tig's Kitty. Okay then, let me have a look at Tig's Kitty. I'm looking for someone new. Thanks, kitty. Oh, he's so cute. And I have an ad. A little gator game. What's that? Oh, okay. No, she's finishing, I'm afraid. She is currently raiding somebody else. God damn. No worries. Let's have a look. Who else is here? It might be somebody else. I can't. Oh, there we go. Maybe another time she's not ending. Yeah, definitely. If I will give her a follow later. To keep an eye on her. Okay. Katzen 15. Let's have a look. I always like to check to make sure they're not ending. Ah, she's also a VTuber. What's she playing? Forspoken? I don't think I've heard that. While that is happening, let me put on some musics. Ooh! Okay, so it kind of looks like Dark Souls a little bit. Okay, we'll give her a raid. Katzen 15. Alright, so do give her all the love in the world. And anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me in my stream. It is lovely to be back streaming again. And anyway, do take care, lovelies. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Wonderful. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Now I'm either going to be playing Disney Dreamlight Valley if the new update comes up. If there is no update, I will continue with the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So if you are interested, do come by and say hi. I greatly appreciate you. And anyways, do take care and hopefully I shall see you soon. Bye bye.